Hello, everyone, and welcome to Channel 781 Headlines. This Tuesday was Waltham's preliminary election, and we have some results for you. These are from the city website, but they're unofficial because they haven't been certified by the city clerk yet. In the mayoral race, Jeanette McCarthy beat Jonathan Paz by about 1,200 votes, and both will go on to the general election. In Ward 3, Bill Hanley received more than twice as many votes as the second place candidate, Paul Tracy. Both Hanley and Tracy will go on to the general, but Barbara Ayala Rugdeal will not. In the city council at large race, Tom Stanley received the highest count and Susan Rosenfelder received the lowest, so she will not be going on to the general with the other 12 candidates. If these were the final results, former councillor Paul Brasco would be back on the council and Patrick O'Brien would be off and the other incumbents would be safe. Turnout was only about 15% of registered voters, so that means over 30,000 potential votes are still up for grabs between now and November 7th. On August 30th, the WCAC show You Don't Say featured recorded statements by most of the candidates in this year's election. Mayor McCarthy used her statement to provide updates on several issues, including rats. She said warnings have gone out to property owners on Waltham's south side that trash must be in barrels with lids or they could face fines. She also said that the city has stopped using rodenticide and is now using traps that are not lethal to birds. You can find those candidate statements on the WCAC website, and you can find interviews with several of the candidates on the new Channel 781 YouTube channel. We plan to post several more candidate interviews between now and November, so stay tuned. The two power surges that caused extensive damage, including house fires in Waltham in the past year, have gotten renewed attention in recent weeks, with electric utility Eversource blaming them on rodents. In her WCAC statement, Mayor McCarthy expressed concern that Eversource hasn't taken steps to ensure this won't happen again, and said the company was reimbursing people who had property damaged at 40 cents on the dollar. She said she had written to the State Department of Public Works asking them to investigate the incidents. Councilors Paz and Bradley MacArthur also wrote to the state regulator expressing their concerns. The agency responded that they met with Eversource and were satisfied with their explanation of the incident and their plans to redesign the equipment. According to that letter, Eversource blamed the power surges on a rodent infestation. Several local news outlets reported on that letter and responses from Waltham leaders, including Councilors Paz and Bradley MacArthur, who joined residents who had property damage for a press conference at the site of one of the house fires. We're working on a special report with more background on that story, so stay tuned. At the September 6th school committee meeting, the committee shared their intended timeline for hiring a new superintendent. Candidates will need to apply by October 27th, and interviews will take place in November with the goal of making a final decision at their December 6th meeting. City Council committees will be meeting this coming Monday, the 18th at City Hall, starting at 6. On Tuesday, the 19th, the Zoning Board of Appeals will meet at Government Center at 7 p.m. On Wednesday, the 20th, the License Commission will meet at 1 p.m. and they will be taking applications for 4 new liquor licenses. That same day, the Biosafety Committee will meet at 4 p.m. and the Board of Health will meet at 5 p.m. also at Government Center. And the School Committee will meet at 7 p.m. at the high school. Thursday, the 21st, the Traffic Commission will meet at 10 a.m. at City Hall. The Conservation Commission and the Waltham Cultural Council will both meet at 7 p.m. on Zoom. City Council is back from their summer break, so that means our debrief show is also back. So stay tuned for a debrief show that we'll be posting in the next few days. Thank you very much for watching.